stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning, everybody. Everything is slow. It's all slow today. I think it's partly my computer. Yeah, but Facebook has been oh well. Not like I don't have time. Oh no, I don't think people are used to me getting up this early yet, but it's gonna happen from here on out. Finally, about fucking time, and it's gonna be. I'm gonna tell you what it all is, and you're gonna find it weird. It may not weird because it was God doing something. It was God doing something. You know, I'll explain it once I'm done sharing here. All right. You know, if you're not gonna, I don't need you to make a group for me and then make me work on it. Okay. If you're doing it for me, then do it. Okay. Probably not gonna get too many people. All my friends are probably asleep because they work their butts off all week. All right. So, I figured out why all of a sudden I have all this energy, and it wasn't my head meds. No. I only slept 6 hours. I feel fine. Usually I need 10. So what was going on there? What was happening, man? It was my atorvastatin. I took a look into it. I'll give you the little story here. I thought somebody was here. Anyway, so I'm on atorvastatin. I take a look into it, and the number one side effect of it is lethargy. Yeah, my atorvastatin. Now, I remember at the beginning of the week, I'm like, okay, I need a doctor to fill my script of my atorvastatin. God doesn't want me back on atorvastatin. That's why it got me off. That's why God won't fill my script. God won't let it get filled. It's weird. So I'm looking into alternatives. I'm going to start a regimen of omega-3 and fish oils. I am not a fish person, but I'm tired of the doctors prescribing me these things only to make my life fucking worse. It's been very hard to get anything done only with 4 to 5 hours of energy every day. That's what it's been like for me since my heart attack 12 years ago. Stop. So I took my head meds. I went back on those because I felt a brain zap this morning. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to go through both of these. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to take care of myself because I woke up. My dreams went in reverse. I didn't have nightmares. It was all the same people, all the same situation, but I was in control. Everybody was listening to what I was saying. I was even still in jail. Somebody offered me a drink. I didn't take it. This is weird shit, man. It's weird shit. So, yeah, plan on these being a little bit earlier, man. That's what I'm used to. I'm used to Most of my life, you go to bed at 11, 12, get up at 6 or 7. No problem. I just thought it was because I was getting older. But then I watch all these other people. I'm not that old. I mean, I'm 54, but that's not really. I know I'm closer to the end than other people, but All right, welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. My cats are bored. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. So we're gonna help our cats boredom here. Watch. There they go. There's 2 more on the floor. So there they go. But yeah, if you're here, please say hello. No problem, Ingrid. No problem. I am going to be doing a couple of other things. I'm not leaving Facebook, but I'm not going to be on it as much. I spend too much time on it. It gives me a bad fucking attitude, and I need to find other things to do with my time. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. What am I gonna try and do? I forgot because somebody texted something. I'm trying to have a better attitude. Not that my attitude sucks, but yeah. I'm tired of explaining things in haste. People think I'm angry. I'm not really angry. I'm frustrated. Anger is going to be something different, but it still isn't any good for me. Facebook triggers me. It's but it's become a habit. It's even part of my wake up routine, but I don't need it anymore because I'm not having nightmares. See, I used to use it so I could kind of get back into reality. So I think what I'm going to do is when I wake up now, instead of going to I'll probably check Facebook, but I'll probably watch something on Hulu instead, like some kind of comedy. So it puts me in a better mood, man. Right? And with the med stuff, I'm going to tell you, I have all this energy right now, and it's driving me crazy. It's a little too much. My heart's going a little too fast. I can feel it. I know my body very well. I'm very in tune with my body. I am. I have to be. I have to be very careful on my mental, my emotional, definitely my spiritual. All right. Let's get to change behavior. Pretty simple. Change behavior, only amend. It's the only amend. There you go. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I hope you have a great day. No, I'm kidding. And when I'm a little bit more awake, I'm usually in a better mood because then I can get more things done and I feel more satisfied. I feel more accomplished. As a man and a Virgo and other things, I don't even know if Virgo has anything to do with it, but it is fun to say. I have a requirement that I must fulfill every day in my brain. I've got to meet that requirement. It's not that high. It doesn't stand. It is set up so that if I have a bad day and I'm on steps 1, 2, and 3 for the day, that I can still accomplish what it is that I need to accomplish. Yes. What is it? What is it? I need to help a person each day. That's it. I don't need anything beyond that's a bonus. And I know it's almost always more than that. But there's some days all I could do is help out my sponsee. Or maybe I come on here and tell you my problems and that kind of helps you out. Who knows? But that's my one requirement for each day, to help one of God's children. Now, that doesn't follow the same requirement as another rule that I have that I've been doing since I was 17. Okay. And that rule is to make one person day a laugh. You want to know why I did this? Want to know why I did this? So I would stop being so introverted. I knew I was introverted. I was taught that very young. I've known this shit for so long. It's like second nature to me. All right. So, we got to check ourselves. Um, so what's the difference between I'm sorry and an amend? And this comes from experience. I'm sorry means I plan on doing that again. That's what that means in my world as an alcoholic. That's what that means. If an alcoholic says, I'm sorry. Now, I get the whole I'm sorry real quick, like when something happened. That's not what I'm talking about. We're talking about the amends that we need to make because of the resentments. Okay. Not this, I'm sorry I accidentally stepped on your toe shit. Okay. I'm sorry I spilled your drink. I'm sorry I interrupted you. These are things that you take care of them because you know, what you're saying at that point is, I recognize that. I'm going to kind of change it. That's a quick, okay, that's not what we're talking about here. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay. So I'm going to go to step 9 here because I was just going to, free do it, but let's get some other stuff in here, and you know what, I'm gonna actually go to the big book, and I'll tell you why I'm going to the big book, because Amber prefers big book over 12 by 12, and she's the one listening. That's why I do that shit all the time. You came to watch me. I'll specialize this to be around you. You know what I'm doing? I'm making you feel a part of. Everybody likes to feel um, everybody likes to feel like they're a part of. Sure, they do. All right. And so, what am I doing? Well, Amber joined, so I'm going to meet her where she is at. Period. Okay. All right. So, step 9, that's the end of step 9. Still going back. Still going back. All right. There's step 6 and 7, which are 3 paragraphs long. All right. Now we need more action, without which we find that faith without works is dead. Let's look at steps 8 and 9. We have a list of persons we have harmed and to whom we are willing to make amends. We made it when we took inventory. So your grudge list is your amends list. Don't tell your sponsee that in the beginning. No. Because then in their brain, what they will do is say, I don't want to make an amends to this person. And it will frustrate the process. Don't tell them. This is one of the reasons why I don't want newcomers reading the big book before I guide them through it. I don't want my sponsees reading the first 164 pages without me. At the same time, I go a little too slow. So if I want to have that rule, then maybe I need to sit down with Amber and Trav and her sponsor, and they can show me how they do it a little bit quicker and help me out with that. See, there's always ways. We don't the taking somebody through the big book is not the process, and the timing is not up to me. So, well, it kind of is, and whether I'm available or not. Um, we subjected ourselves to a drastic self appraisal. Now we go out to our fellows and repair the damage done in the past. We attempt to sweep away the debris which has accumulated out of our effort to live on self will and run the show ourselves. If we haven't the will to do this, we ask until it comes. Remember, it was agreed at the beginning we would go to any lengths for victory over alcohol. Huh. Whenever, whenever. I'm always free. I'm almost, I don't, like, This is about how far my plans go. I have a noon meeting today and a 6 o'clock or a 5 o'clock meeting. That's as far as my planning goes, which probably isn't the best, but yeah. So, what's the difference between this? Because they do bring it up in here. So it says, we have made alertion. We subjected ourselves to a drastic self appraisal. And there's the difference. There's the big difference. Because when I say sorry, it takes no action. There's no action in sorry. And action is the only way you can do an amend. What is that action? Change behavior. When you go do an amends, do you know what you're actually saying? I did something wrong to you. I recognize it. So I went and changed it. And now I'm coming to you to let you know that I shouldn't have done that. And I have changed so that I won't do it to the next person. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. That's why I report. That's why I snitch. You bet your ass I will. Because if I see it and I allow that person to continue, I am responsible. Yes, this is very much amends and change behavior. It doesn't sound like it, but it is. This is very much ninth step. Okay? Justice is action. Justice is action. And justice is the principle behind step 9. And it's bigger than you think. What does justice come with? Number 1, it comes with unconditional love. It carries a top rating priority. What else does it come with? Well, it comes with empathy. Right? Hey, I know this person did this. If you go do your 9th step and you're looking for forgiveness, you better go back and do your 5th step, because that's where forgiveness happens. I'm not God. I don't do the forgiving. Forgiving is really just a process of acceptance. I do not forgive, I accept. God does the forgiving. I cannot grant grace. I can't grant it. I don't have it. I'm not capable of it. I can lead you to the person that can give you grace. I can do that. And I'm happy to. I can walk with you. The road's awesome. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. We're going to fall down a lot. Okay. But it's going to be an adventure. It's going to be like heading to Mordor in Lord of the Rings, man. We're going to fucking starve. We're going to, all sorts of things are going to happen. But by the end, our bond will be so tight that nothing will be able to break it. Yeah. What is that for an alcoholic? It's everything. It's everything. We're the loneliest people. We're some of the loneliest people in the world, man. So, you know, what's the principle behind step 8? Brotherhood. What is brotherhood? It's unconditional love. It's unconditional love. Justice. What else is justice? Well, you know what? You are holding space for other people. You're meeting other people where they are at. I have recovered and I went and did a 4th and 5th step, but the person I'm going to has not done something like that. And therefore I must meet them where they are at. If they want to talk about God, they will bring up God. You know, my sponsor never said what else. He never told me what to ask. What else do I need to do? And I haven't found it in the big book for your forgiveness. No, I won't beg. I won't plead. No. I will go change, though. You bet. I will. But if you think I'm doing it for them, no, I'm not. I'm doing it for me. Why would I do it for me? Because I'm the number one priority. I am. And for you, you are the number one priority. You must be. If not, then what happens is then I just become a dick. Then I start demanding things. I know it sounds weird. Why is that? God's will. That's why. God's will. Because I'm not using my will. I'm using God's will. So I know I'm okay. I know but I'm going to ask myself questions. I question myself all the time. Dion, why? Why do we want to do that? Well, because da 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 da. Like when I came up with the grassroots meeting. That's a great example. Okay, Dion, why do we want to do that? Well, because I have a bunch of friends, and if they were all in one place, I'd be much happier. That was it. That was my whole purpose behind it. It was for me. But it was a good selfish. There are now people talking that weren't talking. They haven't said anything to me, but I can see that your actions will tell me everything. They just will. Man, everybody's very lively today. Let's get back to the book. All right. I'm going to kind of cruise through some of this. Probably there are still some misgivings. As we look over the list of business acquaintances and friends we have hurt, we may feel diffident about going to some of them. That means unsure. I'm not even going to look it up because it's not in there. Let's prove it. It's going to prove me wrong. You watch. Diffident's going to be in there. Differentiate. We're getting closer. Diffident. It's in here. Yay! I was wrong. Hesitant, distrustful, reserved. We may be diffident about going. So we may have some reserve. So I was close. So we may have some reserve about going to them, right? Oh, about going to some people on a spiritual basis. That's different. Then don't. Nowhere does it say in here that your amends you don't have to bring up God. It's not a requirement. We are not there to, have you heard? We're not going to walk in and say, I'm sorry, have you heard the good word? Attraction, not promotion. Attraction. Let us be reassured. To some people, we need not and probably should not emphasize the spiritual feature on our first approach. First approach, it's the only approach they're getting. That's the only approach that they're getting. I haven't had one person decide to go ahead and be my friend again because I made an amend. I'm sorry. It didn't happen. My family came back because of my actions, but no, I have a whole new set of friends. Okay, business acquaintances. At the same time, I drank alone. I drove everybody away. I just didn't want to fucking be around you. There was only one person in this world that I was okay with, and it was my wife, and that was it. Yeah. So I didn't have that many people that wanted to remain friends with me. A lot of people just didn't want to talk to me. They said, no, no. And then I had to be very careful on who I approach because I caused a lot of trauma. And it's not for me to go make them relive that so that I can clean my side of the street if there's a better way to do it. Think. I got to think of these other people. Change behavior will do that. A sorry will not. A sorry is me trying to make me feel better. Change behavior is arduous, and I will feel better because I'm doing better. We might prejudice them. At the moment, we are trying to put our lives in order, but this is not an end in of itself. Our real purpose is to fit ourselves to be of maximum service to God and the people about us. That's it. That's it. Not, You don't need to go more than that. It is seldom wise to approach an individual who still smarts from our injustice to him and announce that we have gone religious. In the prize ring, these would be called leading with the chin. We lay ourselves over to branded fanatics or religious bores. This has nothing to do with that part anyway. Okay? You're not a bleeding deacon. You're not a bleeding deacon. You don't know enough yet to even do that. The only thing an alcoholic can do is action. It is the only thing that'll work. Everything else it's fluff. It's frothy emotional appeal, and it will not work. It comes with lurking notions and arguments and closed-mindedness. It won't do any good. We may kill a future opportunity to carry a beneficial message. There's not going to be another opportunity. Not for me. There hasn't been. I will let them know. They already know I'm an AA. Okay? They're going to know that. Which means I've probably already been marked as a religious person, since that's a big misnomer, right? So just go with it. Just go with it. If that's what they think, great. It's not my job to change their mind about me. No, that is their job. Just like I had to do it. Now I'm going to do that by example, not my words. At the end, I may say, hey, if you ever need anything from me, I'm happy to help. I might say that. Now, why are they saying all this? Because most people that we dealt with were alcoholic also. Yeah. Or they were codependent, or they were spiritually sick one way or another. Okay? All right. But our man is sure to be impressed with a sincere desire to set the right the wrong. He is going to be more interested in a demonstration of goodwill than in our talk of spiritual discoveries. So what I say in 10 minutes, they say in 2 lines. My way is more fun. We don't use this as an excuse for shying away from the subject of God. When it will serve any good purpose, we are willing to announce our convictions with tact and common sense. My one and only best friend that I had was agnostic. We never got into any argument ever about religion or spirituality. And we talked about it all the damn time. He didn't know it, but I was. Okay? Yeah. He doesn't want to talk to me. Yeah. Let's just say I hope one day he finds us. Yeah. He's very, very functional, and he's Libra. And yeah. He's more interested in just having young wives. One reason I'm going to stop talking to him. Actually, the day I came in and somebody was playing on my drums and somebody else was playing around with Shannon's bass, I'm like, you don't touch a man's tools. Okay? I don't mind if you play my drum set, but you better fucking ask first. It's my drum set. You don't go play with other people's toys without fucking asking. Not only that, but we go to band practice and the other 2 members were just getting drunk. And Shannon and I, we wanted to play music. Yeah. Shannon plays bass. She plays bass about as well as I play drums. We do all right. But she picked it up pretty quick. It's pretty cool. She's got a Prince bass. I bought her a Prince bass. Yes, it's purple. Purple hooray. All right. When it will serve any good purpose, we're willing to announce our convictions with tact and common sense. The question of how to approach the man we hated will arise. It may be he has done us more harm than we have done him. I'll give you an example. About 5 years ago, when people wanted to gaslight me, I got into the part where and I'll tell you what I did. I started calling other people and started talking shit. It was a defense mechanism. Did it for about a week, and then I realized, Dion, you can't go the same route. They may be talking shit. They may be doing this. They may be doing that. But you don't get to, man. You're going to have to shut your fucking mouth. So, you know what I did? I made an amends to the people that still come after me to this day. The answer was, I'm glad you saw that. Thanks. Yeah. Did I think I was going to get an amends in return? No. I already knew I wasn't. Okay. Now, if I wouldn't have made that amends, I wouldn't be where I am. The things that are happening for me would not be happening because God would be like, no, you treat my children like shit. So, no, I am not going to support you in that. Then there it is. I don't treat God's children like shit, no matter who they are. No. I will not run around, talk crap, name call. You know, I think it's funny that people are like, toxic isn't name calling. Okay. Then you might as well just go back to saying retarded. Oh, same fucking thing. It's name calling. And I don't care what people continue to say. Saying that person is something is name calling. No matter what you say after, that person is a brown cow. Still name calling. Okay. That person is beautiful. Still name calling. Not everything's bad. It's still name calling. It is what it is. Quit distorting it. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. All right. I'm going to wrap up here shortly. Nevertheless, with a person we dislike, we take the bit in our teeth. It is harder to go to an enemy than to a friend. No, it's not. Okay. Maybe for him it was, but not for me. Nope. It was harder to go to the people I loved. It was harder. Okay. My little girl ripped me a new fucking asshole. It was a lot fucking harder than going to any enemy. That and I don't have enemies. Some people might think I'm their enemy, but I don't have any enemies. I got rid of my shit list years ago. Okay. What did it mean to be on my shit list? It meant that I was going to put all my focus into making sure your life sucked. Yeah, I was really good at it. I don't do that anymore. No. So keep in mind, not all of it is, the big book is like when you go to a meeting, take what you can and leave the rest. Not everything's going to fit. You're not going to agree with everything. That's okay. As long as we are willing to understand the truth, then we're okay. That is why I'm frequently wrong. Okay. And if you're going to use me being wrong in public against me, I can tell you now, it won't work. Because I'll sit there and agree with you. And I will change in front of everybody. So it's what I'm supposed to do. That is maximum helpfulness to God and the world around me. We go to him in a helpful and forgiving spirit, confessing our former ills and expressing our regret. Under no condition do we criticize such a person or argue. Nope. Well, you are being toxic. Oh, here we go. This is why I was taught to stay away from specifics. You remember that one time I did this one thing to you? Let's bring up trauma. Okay. No, we're causes and conditions. And if you're doing that, you best go back and do your fourth and fifth step because you did it wrong. You did it wrong. You didn't get down to causes and conditions. You wrote a story. That is not causes and conditions. That is an autobiography. Causes and conditions. I'll give you a great example. Okay, my mother did all these things. Say, I'm putting in quotations. Okay? My mom did all these things. Now, what it came down to was I felt like I was treated differently than the rest of the children. That was the cause and condition. That's what it was. And it was true because Dion is a different person. I was, if you have brothers and sisters and you're the black sheep, you did not grow up in the same household as your brothers and sisters. I know I said I was going to wrap up, but then a couple more people joined, so I decided to keep going. Simply, we tell him that we never get over drinking until we have done our utmost to straighten out the past. We're there to sweep off our side of the street, realizing that nothing worthwhile can be accomplished until we do so. Never trying to tell him what he should do. His faults are not discussed. We stick to our own. If our manner is calm, frank, and open, we will be gratified with the results. All right, I'm gonna skip a little bit. I'm skipping some of the different ways that we make amends. All these reparations take innumerable forms. There are some general principles we will find guiding, reminding ourselves that we have decided to go to any lengths to find spiritual experience. We ask that we have been given strength and direction to do the right thing, no matter what the personal consequence may be. God ain't going to hurt you, but you will suffer the consequences of your past. Yes. Okay. Here's the thing. We're not going to get away with anything in this world. And I'll give you a perfect example. Zoom bombers. You think that's a mistake? No. You know how much crank calling I did? Do you know how many times I ding dong ditched, pulled pranks on other people because we were children when we were bored? I'm not getting away with anything in this life, am I? No, I'm not. Don't get mad at the bombers. Patience, tolerance. I get frustrated too. Patience, tolerance, kindliness, and love. If you've ever been here and watched somebody bomb me, watch what happens. They stick around. The last person that bombed me, they were trying to bomb me. And then they were like, oh, this is what you're talking about? Well, I have a problem. Well, no shit. You found me. I don't promote. If you find me, it was because of God. And I know that 100% fact. It was because of God, because I do not put my stuff out there. So are they a bomber? Or is that name calling? It's name calling. They're still a bomber, but it's still name calling. Oh. We call them future members of AA. Name calling. That's putting somebody down. I can't deem anybody else an alcoholic, can I? See this thought process is going into a single person that I don't even know. Huh. So, watch your actions. Watch your actions. Try to help before booting. Just try. I know it's going to be hard. All right. We may lose our position, our reputation, or face jail, but we are willing. We have to be. We must not shrink at anything. God will keep you protected. God will keep you protected. If you do the right thing and seek the truth, God will always keep you protected. Okay? Do I feel unprotected with all these people talking crap? Sure I do, because it isn't God that's having them do that. God gave people free will, and I understand that. I even have free will. And I know when somebody is spiritually sick. And I especially know old behavior. I know sick behavior. I know it very well because I lived it. Right? That's why you can't bullshit an alcoholic. You can't. You can't bullshit an alcoholic. Because they're bullshitters. Why do you think the government's keeping AA out? Because we'll call them on their bullshit and they know it. They know it. They know that we can see right through it. They know we can do something about it. So they keep you out of it. All right. Just stop hating. It doesn't serve. It doesn't, you know, I get angry too. I mean, go look at my fucking posts. But I don't hate. All right. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. Peace out.